Start. Hello everyone, I'm Sanjay from DAV Data Solutions. Today we have with us Christina Jose. She's a person with strong academic background in computer science with a BTech and a MTech degree. She then went on to pursue her passion in data science with a professional doctorate in data science from Eindhoven University of Technology, Netherlands. She's also had a lot of industry experience as a data analyst at Capgemini, and also she's currently a data scientist at Kia, Netherlands. It's a pleasure to have you here in the our show, ma'am. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you, Sanjay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it was a quick intro about you from our side. Can you define yourself? Can you tell about yourself, what you do to our audience?
Yeah, sure. Maybe I could just briefly introduce myself. So I've been doing my working, and right now I'm working in Kia Motors on contract. So I've been doing our different projects based on the analyzing customer behavior and customer patterns. So maybe to give gist of how I ended up being a data scientist, I could just I tell you that I've been doing my master's where I accidentally happened to work with satellite images, where I've been looking for association rules, I've been looking for grasslands, and I've been looking for water bodies. So that is where I developed my passion towards working with data. And then I was placed in Capgemini, India. And even though I was hired as a software engineer, I was trained as a data analyst. So again, I was really fortunate to be frank, actually. So I worked as a data analyst for 2 years. I did work for different clients and different projects. And again, I happened to work in a data science project, in just one data science project. So that was 4 years back right now. So I didn't have any clue like what is modeling, what is clustering, nothing. I didn't have any clue, but I was always instructed by manager to go for this algorithm, just try and see what we are getting. But so that is when I started learning online. But this is how it works, right? So when you start learning something new, you have a lot of questions, and my questions were never answered. So I knew that, okay, I had to learn more on this. I need expertise, mentors whom can help me. And because I need to understand the mathematical calculations, the linear algebra and everything. So that is when I resigned my job, and I knew my passion is working with data. I don't mind if it is a data analyst or a data visualization or a data science. As long as I can work with data, I'm happy. So that is where I thought, okay, I need to work closely with business. I need to understand more on the data science concepts, and that's how I found this program in Eindhoven University of Technology, which is a professional doctorate of engineering. So for the 2 years, I was trained in concepts of data science to understand how to solve a problem, to work closely with business. And yeah, that's how it's been going on now.
Wow, that's a really lovely story, ma'am. It's a great story, and I hope you will achieve more in the upcoming years.
Thank
So,
you, sir.
so ma'am, our question, like, there's a common myth, like data science with the online courses. Like, there are a lot of online courses, a lot of full-time programs, and a lot of resources out there in the online that students can learn. What would you suggest? Is it necessary for a full-time academic program, like to become a data scientist, or how does it work? Because there are like,
Um,
yeah.
I mean, I don't think an academic degree is necessary
Mhm.
because there are a lot of resources you can find online, and
True.
there are which is very reliable, and especially on the different platforms like Kaggle, you can really have hands-on experience on different data challenges.
Mhm.
So I don't suggest. I mean, it's not necessary to have an academic degree,
Mhm.
but it's always nice to work. Practice is everything. You can develop your skills online, you can work on different data challenges, you can work on different business problems, because as long as you are skilled in those areas and expertise, I think that could fetch you a good job.
Okay, so skills are more important than any degree. That's
Yes.
what the industry looks
Yeah,
for.
yeah,
And
exactly.
And ma'am, when speaking about the skill set, what comes to my mind is there's a gap between the industry and the academia, right? Especially in data science, it's very big. Like we just can't be studying only theory. We need to apply it because data science is not a subject; it's a tool to be applied. So, how do you think students can bridge the gap between data science in academia, the theoretical learning, and the application in industry? How do you think we can bridge the gap?
Yeah, so this is also one thing I want to add, because when I have been looking for different programs, once I resigned my job, I didn't want to do PhD. I didn't want to do academic because I really wanted to work closely with the business or the industry so that I can really learn on something and apply at the same time on the real problem. So, I mean, if you ask me how you can bridge the gap between, it's again, once you have the skills, once you have the challenges, and once you land upon a job, there is always a way like you can really work on with the real problems and the real solutions. So I think it's not a very big deal. It's about applying the skills every time what you have achieved. So yeah.
Okay. So, ma'am, going through your work, like because data science is applied to a variety of sectors, fields, right? Can you throw some light on your work? What do you do? What tools do you use?
Oh, yeah, sure. So as a data scientist, as you know, mostly we rely on Python
Mhm.
uh, because everyone is now, I was trained in R, but then I slowly shifted to working in Python because of the team, because of the company. But it's somewhat similar. But then, and then there are some data visualization tools like OBI, then Tableau, ClickSense, and everything. So it depends on the company again. You know, when you work on to a different organization, you have to get attached to what they have been using. Of course, if there is a room, we can always suggest, okay, maybe this tool could really help in time saving, or maybe could, which is more efficient. We can always have that voice actually.
Mhm.
So I mean, talking about different projects, I would say when I was working in Capgemini, we were relying on Tableau for data visualization and data analytics because that's a very easy tool for data exploration itself. So yeah, so that is one thing. And then when I moved to Netherlands, when I've been working for different companies here, I've been using Python. And then I think in one company we used for a project in R. So that it depends completely on the company and the team which you work with.
Okay. So for the data science aspirants, like there are a lot of tech stack, and to the company where they go, they need to learn the tech stack according to the company. So what do you think are the top skills, both technical and non-technical skills for data science aspirants? It's not like
Yeah.
not specific, but mandatory ones before you go to a company.
Yeah, I mean, for the data science aspirants or for the new recruits, I would say you should, I mean, for sure, technical skills have to be there. Like maybe you have to be trained in Python or R, maybe in data science concepts. But I would say, apart from the technical skills, you need an urge to understand the business, because you need it's very necessary as a data scientist, because as long as you don't know the product which you are working for, as long as you don't know the domain, it's you cannot find useful insights to be applied. So I mean, the beautiful thing about working in a data science environment is that how the data is influencing the business decision. So I mean, that is what I really love being working as a data scientist. So that is what. So you need an urge to understand the business. Um, I cannot expect like every new recruits to understand what is the domain. No, that's not I'm asking. So, but you need an urge to understand how it's going, how it works, how a particular product, maybe it could be the sales or the profit. I mean, it depends completely on the domain. But you need to understand. Knowing the business is very important.
Yeah, so domain understanding or business understanding is very crucial
Exactly.
because
Yes.
data science, data is the hero. So we need to
Yes.
understand what data means and what data
Mean
works.
exactly what kind of data flows in and flows out. I mean, also there could be a lot of data resources, right, in a particular company. So you need to identify what particular data source is serving the purpose. So in order to understand that, you need to understand the business or the product.
True, true. And ma'am, we have seen you work at various projects which involve data visualization. So there is this quote called "One picture is worth thousand words," right?
Yes.
So how do you think data visualization is very important? Because nowadays the data science aspirants, they're focusing on the algorithms and stuff, but they're leaving out on the bigger picture of presenting insights in a, visualized manner. So
Exactly.
yeah,
So this is also a huge role where you need to advocate the insights to the management or the clients. Unless until the insights are not clear for them to make a decision, then it's useless. So what I would say is it's a storytelling with data. So you need that art, how to interpret the data, beautifully put it in simple charts. I don't recommend any complex charts because the point of putting it into a pictures is that it should be easier to understand, right? So go for simple charts where you need to explain, okay, this is for the KPIs or the key performance indicators of particular business, and this
mhm.
is the insight which we are trying to tell you. Maybe it could be a pattern, it could be analyzing the behavior of customers, it could be anything. So what I would say is you need to learn, the art of telling story with the data, and visualization could really help in that. It's about working with the brain, right? So brain can easily understand pictures rather than thousand words. So yeah,
Yeah, so for a data scientist, data storytelling is also a key component, key crucial skill.
exactly. Yeah, yeah,
And ma'am, like myself, I'm a data science aspirant,
yeah.
but I'm always this imposter syndrome or something that I can't climb myself as a data scientist. Like, what is the ideal time for to learn data science? Like, because
You
nowadays we
okay?
get to see ads saying data science in 3 months, data science in even they were going to say weeks in the going marketing strategies. So, what do you
Yeah.
think is an ideal time for learning data science in depth?
Yeah, so I mean, it's again use the idea of being a data scientist. So I know even I also have come across in my life this imposter syndrome, like when I doubt myself. Okay,
Yeah,
even when I see my resume or even when I see my skills, okay, this is exactly what I am, or this is whether I am able to do a project successfully or not. But then again, it's we are data scientists, right? So we use the data, should use the data, look back, have a self-reflection session, see for evidences like, okay, I have achieved this, I have done this project in past. Okay, so for sure, then I can go forward it and try it. So I know it's a problem. Like when you see a lot of skills out there, when people and data science especially, it's every day it's evolving.
yeah, exactly,
Every day new concepts are coming in. So I don't think in 15 years I could call myself a data scientist, if you
exactly.
say that. So I mean, apart from it's all that. So I don't think we can master everything in one day. So I would say like I mean, practice, learn, keep up, try to be updated on the different concepts, and practice on the competitions or available data challenges or maybe in the company,
Mhm.
and don't doubt yourself.
True, true. So one thing I want to say to all viewers, all data science aspirants is data science is a team. Like it's a teamwork. Just seeing all the tech stack, you can't cover everything. Just focus on your strengths and work on it. Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. And ma'am, we at DAV focus on applying data science to United Nations Sustainability Development Goals of 2030, like zero hunger, no poverty. So how do you
Mhm.
think data science, what role does data science play in those goals? Like how can we apply it to UN SDG goals?
Yeah, yeah. So I understand. Like it's again data science or data for social good. I think there are a lot of domains where data science is applied, right from agriculture to hospital domain. Uh, because where there's a chance to collect data, we can have a lot of solutions to current problems. So I believe if we can use it in the right way, a lot of problems could be solved. Because I was really fortunate. I mean, the past 2 years being in Netherlands, I was really fortunate to work with hospital data to museum data to painting data, from construction data to sensor data. So there are a lot of applications where you can apply, I mean, the domains where you can apply data science. The transition itself is a bit difficult, but still, as long as the data is there, you can do a lot of things.
Yeah, true, true. And ma'am, what is it one regret that you had during learning data science? Like, this is something I should have done it in a better other way. Do you have some regrets while learning data science?
Yeah, so this was when I was completely new to data science. So this is when during the time when I was in Capgemini, when I started learning online. I didn't have to, I didn't know the trade, the path, like how to be a data scientist. I could see everywhere it's a sexist job and everything. I could see the lot of articles, lot of podcasts, but I was not clear, like, where should I start? So I started, I think in Udemy, I just started with a course, but then I lacked a lot of basic concepts. So I had experience working with applying different modeling solutions or different clustering algorithms, but still I didn't know how it exactly works, the mathematical concepts behind it. So that is the regret I had, because if I knew that at that point of time, like how it worked from the scratch, I could have been more, I could have developed a more quality product. So, but then again, it's every project, everything is a learning. So I don't, I mean, it's not a regret, but it would have been nice if I knew at that point of time.
Yeah, so learning data science in an intuitive fashion would be a add-on to you.
Exactly.
With learning the mathematics, the tougher part, like people
tougher
don't.
Part. Yeah. Because that's again, it depends on different problems. When when you come across different real-time business problems, it would be nice if you know the mathematics behind it, especially in certain cases where the linear regression model, how it works. I cannot think of an example right now, but it have come across in my life, like where I should have known the mathematics behind it. Yeah.
So we have come to the end of this talk, and I would like to ask you, what is the advice which you would say to all the millions of data science aspirants across the world? Because data science is growing exponentially, right? So what's one advice would you give to everyone?
I would say just practice, keep updated, learn online. You don't have to necessarily have an academic. Just keep practicing. Watch podcast. Watch what is happening around. And it's just that practice is everything. Just practice and share it with the people, and you can learn a lot of things.
Yeah. So instead of learning data science, practice data science.
Yeah, exactly. And also it's again, we have a quote in our program, like learn to learn. It's like learn to learn. You need that art of learning. Yeah.
So learn the art of learning. Like you need to be always inquisitive about learning and stuff.
Yes, and it should be like, if it's your passion and if you're excited for it, you will always find a way. So
true. So it's a privilege to host you, ma'am. Thanks a lot for your time. I think this session would be really useful for all the data science aspirants and enthusiasts. So for more videos, stay tuned to DAV Data Solutions. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and press the bell icon. Thank you.
Thank you, Sanjay. Yeah. Thank you.